beautiful and losing you what I refuse to do. It's only right I fight for you, cause you fight for me. I wanna live righteously, cause baby, you my wife to be. I'm a real man and you who I should prove it to, cause boo, you beautiful and losing you what I refuse to do. It's only right I fight for you, cause you fight for me. I wanna live righteously, cause baby, you my wife to be. Now when we met, you told me you don't really date dubs. Now we caked up on the phone. We wake up. You said your last dude was a straight scrub. He used to play games with your heart when he played clubs. Now you got me so addicted like I take drugs. Summer nights we would skate to the lake and make love. Yeah, I lied, but I came clean and told the truth. I did what a real man's supposed to do. It's so emotional, knowing I'm the cause of all the shit we going through. I wanna stay close to you, cause you who I'm devoted to. 5-star hotels with the ocean view. I do it just to show you that I'm focused, boo. Man, I'ma hustle to the drugs gone. You the one I put diamond studs on. You got a tattoo that say I love tone. This a love letter, not a love song. My mama king, every gene in my blood strong. So what's wrong? Don't avoid the truth. All I really wanna do is spoil you. You who I'm loyal to. They say your boys spit real shit. That's what that oil do. Times we be having so enjoyable. I ain't trying to toy with you. Our relationship is royal, boy. I made a choice to do whatever it would take so the both of us felt alike. I know some petty cats promised you a wealthy life, but tell me if you need help. You know I ain't the selfish type. I'm a real man and you who I should prove it to, cause boo, you beautiful and losing you what I refuse to do. It's only right I fight for you, cause you fight for me. I wanna live righteously, cause baby, you my wife to be. I'm a real man and you I should prove it to, cause boo, you beautiful and losing you what I refuse to do. It's only right I fight for you, cause you fight for me. I wanna live righteously, cause baby, you my wife to be. Chief. Some throwback shit from your boy Chief, man. They can't flag my shit for playing my shit. You feel me? I do own copyrights. Fuck you talking about? Nah, peace and healing, man. Welcome back, everybody, man. How y'all feeling, man? It's Chief Why Not. Chief of Why Not Gods and Goddesses. Why Not stand for? You need only truth. You need only truth. Speaking of truth, there's a difference between truth and lies. Reflections, well, we have to understand we're in an age of information. Our mind has been upgraded. Our DNA has evolved. There's beings walking on a planet. You may be at school with a child. Your best friend might have super abilities. Kids, you may be working with somebody that's tapped in like very deeply to the self. And this is because the information, the age that we're in an age of information. Our DNA is being upgraded. Your DNA holds information. DNA is evolving as we speak. You need only truth. You don't need belief. You don't need hope. You don't need faith. All these things have great potential to deceive you. You want to minimize, the amount of deception you're subjected to as much as possible. So when we speak about truth versus a lie, well, in life, in nature, meaning the natural order of life, you don't need anything that life doesn't deal with belief. Nature don't deal with belief. Only man does, because man is deceptive. You have truth, then you have lie. In the middle of this truth and lie, you have belief. Let's break this down real quick. What makes a truth a truth? Well, truly, what makes the truth a truth? What makes, truth a truth? One second.
Truly, what makes truth a truth is the facts that can support it, the evidence, the proof. So what makes truth a truth is the proof, evidence that can substantiate these claims. What makes a lie a lie? Lack of evidence. No evidence. If any, very, very little evidence. A lie can't be supported by facts. This is what makes it a lie. So a person can tell you something, and if it's not proven to be true, then it will remain a lie until proven. So, a truth is a truth because of the evidence that supports it. A lie is a lie because of a lack of evidence. All these things being, word. If we didn't speak language, and I told you that I'm going to give you $50,000, but I don't have it, how would I tell you that? How would I lie to you if we didn't speak language? You wouldn't be. Language is a sorcery. Of course, language helps us communicate more efficiently. But there's so much baggage that comes with communicating in language. So much baggage. So this is like a sorcery. Language can bound you. Depending on what language you speak, your mind forms, the Jorai and Sokai of the mind forms according to the language. So when a baby when a baby is born, you have very little Jorai and Sokai. Jorai and Sokai is the squiggly lines within your brain, the indented lines, and it forms a pattern as we learn language. So this is why an Arabic Muslim coming from the Middle East, they speak Arabic. So they have a different Jorai and Sokai from the Muslims in America, because the Muslims in America grew up on English. They grew up on English. They have a different Jorai and Sokai. We have a different Jorai and Sokai of a Chinese person. A Chinese person has a different Jorai and Sokai of a Latino person, because the language, as we learn language, the brain starts to form a specific pattern according to the language. So you can bound a person if you can control a person's mind, you control the language. You give a man a language, you take away his mind. That shit is deep. But back to truth and lie though. Truth and lie is really, a language thing, word thing. Without language, we wouldn't be able to lie. And truthfully, there would be no truth. Because the only way a truth can exist is because of a lie. So truth needs a lie to exist. Ironically. Now, what makes a lie a lie? Lack of evidence. What makes the truth a truth is the proof that can, support it. So, in life, man is very deceptive. So, man is very clever in his ways. Man develops man brings in belief to support his lies. Because a belief, you don't need to have proof. Belief doesn't require evidence or proof. It requires faith and hope. Belief was put in the equation of truth and lie to accommodate the lie. Belief is the cousin of a lie. It makes room for the lie to fit in. Belief is truly the only reason a lie can exist. Because of belief, lie is able to exist for infinity. A lie can be infinite through through belief. Belief has nothing to do with the truth, because things that you know to be truth, because you have proof, you don't need to believe the things that you know. You only need to believe the things that can't be proven. Give me 1 second. So you don't need to believe in the things that you know to be true. You only need to believe in the things that you can't prove. And this is why belief, puts you in a vulnerable state. Once you say, yo, I believe this, you've given up all hope to actually know that. You're satisfied with the belief. It's going to be very hard to deceive someone who knows truth. It will be very easily for you to become deceived by your beliefs, because belief is definitely the accommodation of a lie. They go hand in hand. So this is why stories like Jesus Christ exist. This is why religion exists. It's because of belief. The only reason these religions exist, because it requires faith. You can't be a Christian without faith. You can't believe in Jesus Christ without faith. Don't even make sense. You need it, because without faith and belief, it makes no sense. It's gonna be a lie. Without faith and belief, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, all these monotheistic religions and many other belief systems, they will be a lie without belief. If you remove belief out of the equation, truth and lie, well, these religious belief systems will fall under the lie category. Because a lie is a lie. What makes a lie is the lack of evidence. What makes the truth a truth is the proof, the evidence that can support it. Facts. You know these to be facts because we have evidence. If a person tell me, man, Jesus Christ died for my sins, Jesus Christ is coming back to save you, well, this will remain a lie until proven to be true. A person may say, like, you going to hell if you don't submit to the will of Allah. You're going to hell if you don't accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. So it's like, well, what if I don't believe in that? I'm not a part of that belief system. So those mind games don't work on me. They only work on children and grown-ass kids that still need, they need something else outside of themselves to grab onto. And this puts you in a very vulnerable state spiritually. Spirit is very vulnerable once you give up hope on self. It's all you. We have something called knowledge of self that we teach in Why not tribe? Divine knowledge of self at that. Divine knowledge of self is knowing that you are God. Knowing thyself. To know you are God. What this doesn't require is belief. I can't be God and have knowledge of self if I'm just believing. I believe that I'm God. No, that ain't good enough. You have to know. It don't say believe thyself. It said know thyself. Knowing synonymous with truth, or correlates with truth. You feel me? So knowing, knowledge, to know the ledge, to know something. If I know this, it can be proven. You can't prove a lie. This is what makes it a lie. So a lot of people be like, yo, I believe in a lot of things before they happen and they end up happening. Well, I wouldn't call those beliefs. You know in those things. You already knew that these things was gonna happen. That wasn't a belief, because it will remain a belief if those things haven't manifested. Belief can't turn into truth. Stop letting people tell y'all that. Belief cannot turn into truth. There's no way. If something that you believed in was fulfilled and came into manifestation in this physical realm, well then that ain't, you didn't believe in that. You already knew that was going to happen. You knew it. If you hit the scratch off, you feel me, for amount of money, let's just say for $1 million. You got you urging up, you got this feeling in your body, you feel me, and you just scratching. You scratching. You end up winning $1 million off a scratch off. You not telling yourself like, I ain't gonna win this. You telling yourself like, yeah, let's get it. Okay, I got two of the numbers matching. Okay, 3. Okay, 4 numbers matching. Okay, one more. I'm finna get it. Let's go. You knew that was finna happen. That wasn't a belief. You didn't believe that. It would only be remain a belief if it don't happen. But if what I know to be, what I know is coming, or what I know is gonna happen, is not a belief. So belief has nothing to do with truth. A belief can't turn into the truth. If something manifests as the truth, then it was not a belief from the beginning, because you can't prove a lie. And this is where belief comes in. That belief takes away the lack of evidence from a lie. So if I'm lying and I say, and I have lack of evidence, if I make a statement and I say, yo, if I tell you I got $20 million right now, but I have no evidence of it, and you like, yo, I don't see like, where is that shit? I tell you, you ain't got, don't worry about that. All you gotta do is believe me. All you gotta do is believe me. Don't worry about none of that. You feel me, Joe? You know this me. Believe me, don't you? I need you to believe me. But why? Because I lack evidence. So, again, if I don't have evidence of the claims I make, then this will be a lie. But if I don't want it to be a lie, I insert belief. This is when I bring in belief. So this belief takes away the lack of evidence and replaces it with faith and hope. And somehow, you know, the way man mind works is kind of like an animal knows you ain't. Animals know better. It's deep though. The way the mind of man works, you feel me? This is, you know, a part of the mind we must conquer. We must conquer that part of the mind. It's actually natural for humans to have beliefs. I understand it. But most people, are, susceptible to deception because it's so easily for you to be deceived by your beliefs. It happens all the time. 9 times out of 10, everything I ever believed in was a fucking lie. It was deceiving. And the things that I thought I believed in that came to pass, these things, I low-key already knew they was gonna happen. So that wasn't even a belief. Those things would still be beliefs if they never manifested physically. So I want to leave y'all with that short little download, you feel me? We definitely gonna tap back in, man. I know I've been missing the action on YouTube, man. I'm finna get it back busting though, you feel me? Definitely finna get it back busting over here, man. I got plenty more gems, plenty more jewels to drop. I just need to get this little shit organized, but, last time I was on here, you feel me? This nigga Zaza that fucked me up. Gave me them stitches, you feel me? But y'all saw me heal up, though. I healed up. How did I heal up? Within 5 days. Meditation, y'all already know. I hope y'all been taking y'all spirit showers, man. Hope y'all been taking y'all spirit showers, man. Peace to the gods. What's up, yo? I see we got one person in the chat, man. Yeah, my YouTube been dry. I gotta give it some energy, put some energy over here. I think I might be streaming more over here now. I think I might be streaming more over here because it's a lot of, it's a different crowd over here, you feel me? Then Instagram, it's like, Instagram getting kind of weird because Instagram, it's like a lot of people, a lot of liars is starting to spawn up. People teaching, belief systems, and they don't understand you. It's like we stop believing in Jesus Christ and stop being Christians and Muslims. What happened? We became conscious. Some of us became Egyptians. Some of us became Sumerians. And we believe in the Anunnaki now. We say Enki and Enlil, we descendants of them. We descendants of Osiris, Isis. You feel me? Osiris, Isis, Nephthys, Seth, Haru, Shutefna, Nugeb, Amen, or Atum. But it's deep. And these are other belief systems that we fall into, never knowing in these things to actually be true. So it's important. We gotta straighten up, man, because it's a difference between truth and lie. In between truth and lie, as I said, you have belief. Belief is inserted in between truth and lie. So the belief was poured in the equation to accommodate a lie. So no matter what we do, it's okay to not know something. I remove belief out of my subconscious mind. And I do this through, spirit showers. Meaning flushing away everything that can be proven. Reorganizing the brain, the mind. Fuck the brain, the mind. And it's okay, you feel me, to not know something. So instead of saying, I believe this, or I say, I think this, I don't even use the word belief when I'm speaking, unless I'm speaking, teaching about it like this. But as far as like, I don't say, I would never say I believe this. I say, I think this, because the moment we feel comfortable enough to believe anything, then we open ourselves up for deception, all the way up for deception. You've given up all hope on yourself in knowing what you want to believe. So you can just say, either I know it or I don't, or I think this. But once we say I believe this, 9 times out of 10, what you believe in is a fucking lie. Like straight up. But man, Joe, shit, it's deep because like, you know, and I understand, you know, the most people, we need something to believe in instead of self. I wouldn't even say believe in yourself because you know your capabilities. You know what you're capable of doing. You know, so you know, it ain't even about like knowing, believing. Remove that from the subconscious mind. Only deal with truth and lie. No gray areas. Black and white. A lot of us stopped believing in Jesus Christ. Jumped into nationality. We Hebrews. Not knowing that's bringing us right back into religion. Because if I'm a Hebrew, I have to acknowledge Yahweh as the creative force. Or if I'm a Moor, you know, I have to acknowledge Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so to speak. And, you know, I have to practice Islam and, you know, circle 7 Quran. You feel me? So still bringing you back into, you know, monotheism. We all gods and goddesses. Well, I take that back. Not all of us. Most of us ain't gods and goddesses because most of us are caught up in religious dogma. It's dogma. If you don't know what dogma is, Google the definition of dogma. And you'll see why I say this is what religion is, dogma. But it's drawing us back into religion, belief systems. We all gods and goddesses. I take that back. I gotta stop saying that. Most of us not gods and goddesses because most of us fell inside of religion. So we fall into religion. Our religious ways and our religious patterns, belief systems. We give that power up. We give our sovereign divinity up. Sovereign divinity is your right to become God. Your right to be God. You give that up once you fall into religion. So you're not God. You gave your power to Allah or Yahweh or whatever God you worship. You are the only God in existence in your reality, unless you allow other gods in. The only reason these gods exist is because of you. That's the only reason. If you didn't exist, then these gods wouldn't exist. You get my point? So it's important for us to realize, divine knowledge of self is knowing that you are God, knowing that you are the creator of this reality. When I say that and I mean it. Once you die, we all die. Once you go to sleep, we all fall asleep. This reality doesn't become active until you start observing. So it's like the only reason I can be heard is because you listening. The only reason I can be seen is because you watching. Without your observation, I cease to exist within your reality. The only reason I exist in your reality is because you observing. Point blank, period. So this is what I mean when I say you are God. You are the creator of your reality. You don't have to believe me. This don't require belief. This is a knowing thing. You have to know once you go to sleep and you're in a dream. You don't even know you're in a dream. You think that's real life, but you in a whole fucking dream. And in this dream, in this dream, you're not even aware. Yo. So yeah, my bad. So you the only one you the creator of your reality. The only reason this reality exists is because of your observation. You stop observing, we cease to exist. Everything, everybody. When you go to sleep and you're in a dream, you're not even thinking about us over here. You're in a dream experiencing your reality. We don't exist in your dreams. You might see people from here in your dreams, but you're not saying like, yo, it's another version of you over here. And awake, when we awake, it's another version of us when we're awake. You're not saying that in your dream because that's your reality. We don't exist over here. You don't even think about us over here. It's deep, man. I'm gonna do a part 2 though, you feel me? I'm gonna come back, man. I appreciate the energy, y'all, man. It's Chief, why not, man? You need only truth, man. Peace out.